Nowadays, so many people are claiming to teach manifestation techniques, some even giving guarantees. But the main problem is in this era when access to information is so easy and the amount of information is so vast, people are extremely prone to be scammed. Hi, welcome to the safe space of the Wounded Healer. Why the name is the Wounded Healer? Because I myself is in the process of healing my past wounds, and by sharing information regarding my own healing journey, hope I can help you in your own personal healing too. For disclaimer, I am not a professional. Whatever I am sharing here all are completely from my personal experiences and explorations only. First of all, you have to keep in mind that we all are unique expressions of the same source, the universe. Therefore, if something is possible for one, that means it is possible for all. But the technique differs from person to person. That means everyone can manifest their dreams, but the approach will be different for different people. Then, how someone else's story would be helpful? It is kind of watching a travel vlog before traveling to somewhere new. Means your experience won't be the same as the vlogger, but you would have some idea beforehand, and it is always better than being in complete darkness, right? Now come to my story. I am from a poor typical family where my father used to earn money and was the ultimate decision maker, and my mother used to be a housewife. Although both of them are graduates, but in case of their mindsets, they are not so much refined. From childhood, I wished for everything that is different from our family perspective. I'm always a dreamer. I love to daydream. But my mother always used to discourage me. My mother always used to tell me the story of Gauri the dreamer to remind me to be practical. In that story, a milkmaid always used to daydream about how she would become rich by selling milk and then how she would reject people by turning her head to the other side. And in reality, one day while she was carrying the pitcher full of milk, she turned her head while daydreaming about the situation. And the pitcher fell down, and all the milk was wasted, so all the money she would get by selling the milk wasted too. Yeah, that's the problem. Society always tells us story to discourage dreaming. But dream is the most powerful tool of manifestation. With time, gradually, I started to be more practical and started spending less time in daydreaming. But I couldn't completely give up. I couldn't completely give up dreaming. I always dreamed about earning my own money, traveling different places, fulfilling some of my mother's wishes, helping my father to lessen his financial burden, buying stylish and beautiful clothes, having delicious foods, helping who are in real need, and so many other things. I actually used to dream like I was already living that life I wished for. And today, thanks to the universe, I have nearly everything once I dreamt of. Now I'm telling you one specific manifestation example of mine. I always wanted to study engineering, but according to my father, being a doctor or teacher is better for a girl. Technical line doesn't suit a girl. But I was super stubborn and I wanted to study engineering. This conflict created an inside stress within me, and I was thinking about leaving my home and go far away. And for that, I started studying English language well, because if I wanted to go abroad, I would need that language for communication. Actually, I did my school studies in my regional language, but I think somehow fate was against me too. I couldn't score well in my plus 2, and the coincidence is that I took admission in English literature because, as per my score, that was the only option left for me. My father was encouraging me to be a teacher or civil servant, but my soul was stuck in engineering. I tried again, but still my ranking was way below, so only private institutions were available, and that I couldn't afford. So I had to graduate in English literature, but my soul didn't give up. Still, I was dreaming about becoming an engineer, but my father was pressurizing me either to get a job or get married. But I didn't want to marry before I got a job. So I started to buy a weekly employment newspaper and kept on applying for jobs. Then one day I saw an advertisement where it was stated that on the basis of 10th board exam score, admission was available in diploma engineering. And I scored well in my 10th board exam, so I applied and I got a chance to study in a government college. And so the expenses was completely affordable for me, as I used to earn little bit of money by giving tuitions to children. And that was my turning point. Although the journey next had so many difficulties, but today I won't talk about that, just to keep the content short. This diploma in mechanical engineering gave me a fantastic job. And not only that, gradually I managed to do my BTech and later on MTech from a good institute while I was in my job. Therefore, the summary of the story is I wanted to be an engineer and now I am an engineer. And all those things happen when I even didn't know about manifestation. I was just a dreamer. Thus, so many other things also manifested in my life. Now, after all these years, when I looked back, I realized what actually worked for me in case of manifestation. So, I am here to share all those informations with you. Number one, be absolutely sure what you want, no matter how impossible it feels. You don't need to think about that. You just need to be sure about your desire. But one thing, never try to manifest any specific person, because many times it happens that the person we wish to be with is not the right person for us. So be careful. Number two, admire that desire so much that you kind of feel like you already having it. Remember, no matter how many times you write your manifestation with red ink, or no matter how many manifestation ritual you do, it won't work if you don't absorb it in your heart. Number three, try every possible healthy opportunity you get to fulfill your dream. Why I said healthy? Because there are some wrong ways to do things also, but those never give sustainability. And if you want to manifest something, definitely you wish for sustenance too, right? Number four, never give up, no matter what, no matter how long it takes. Remember, time runs differently for different people. Number five, always trust. I used to be an atheist, so I didn't have trust on God, but I always trusted the time and myself. Trust is very important, and you should believe in something that actually helps. Number six, detach from the outcome. Although I wasn't much in religion, but I always felt the power of that one Gita shloka. Karmanye badhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, means you have a right to your work, but not to its fruits. Now, it may sound odd, but trust me, it works like miracle. It has some psychological perspective actually. If you continuously look at the oven after putting the cake batter into the oven, the cake won't come out instantly. It would take as much time it needed. But by looking at it and waiting for it, actually, you make yourself feel like it is taking ages. Number 7, always ask means ask to that higher power, whomever you believe. If you are a non believer, then straightforwardly ask to the universe, but always ask what you need. It may sound funny, but sometimes I asked for very funny little things and I get it. Like once I became late for work and it was vital to reach in time that day. So I kept on asking the universe, like, please, 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 universe, send someone, some colleague or some auto driver who take the shortest route and I can reach 5 minutes before. Please, universe, please, please, please. And while I say this, I used to cross my fingers. That part is actually my personal tiny ritual. Okay. Now, the miracle is an auto rickshaw came immediately and he took the shortest route and I reached 5 minutes before. So, ask always in a way like you were asking from your mother. And number 8, always say thank you from your heart to everyone, whoever is connected with your manifestation. For your information, when I was paying the auto driver, I thanked him. And in my mind, I thanked the universe. And another important thing I forgot to mention that if you notice carefully, you may realize that sometimes we, for a brief moment, desire something silently from our heart, and miraculously it becomes real one day. It happens because the voice of universe is very subtle, and universe pay attention to the subtle thoughts more. So always try to stay positive, because if you stay negative, most of the time there is a big chance of manifesting wrong things in life, because in which you put your most of the energy, universe assumes that as your desire. So be careful. When you become afraid, situations related to fear happen more. So always be mindful about your thoughts. If you like this content, then please put a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for more real informations regarding other topics too. Thank you. Have a great time.